traders. Let me get this tweeted out here so everybody join in here. 1 second. Okay. Good, good. Hopefully this is coming through okay here tonight. Join in here. 1 second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. A little bit of a delay there. Sorry about that. I had to grab my tea, and of course, it's a little bit earlier than we normally do it. So, gotta get all the family stuff wrapped up and everything too. So anyway, good stuff. So today we're going to be continuing our conversation on day trading key levels, and today we're going to be talking about chart patterns. Okay, so chart patterns give us key levels. Right, so before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to check and see where we left off with the market here today. And then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we might have setting up into tomorrow. And then we're going to take a look at the topic, and then we'll go through questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right, so SPX so far, inside month, right? So it's kind of a drastic change from yesterday, right? We had a red month kind of spinning top, and it's turned green right now, right, on the monthly chart. So that's looking pretty interesting here as the month is now, we're one full week into the month. Weekly chart, again, out of that corrective pattern right here and starting to push up, again, a little bit more off of that hammer reversal pattern right there. And we broke, the key level today is we broke last week's highs. Right now, the big resistance levels are going to be these two areas right here, this 3430 area, right? So we're kind of getting really, really close to that here. We saw a little bit of resistance off of that today. So that's going to be a key level to break through. Now, today, inside day, very important stuff, right? So we didn't get a lot of huge volume today, right? So if you look at the SPY, it was basically a low volume day, which usually accompanies an inside day, but we closed up and we closed back above the cloud, and we're over the 50-day, right? And yesterday, even though it was a nasty bearish candle, we did hold the 8-day, right? It is a very, very key moving average, the 8 exponential moving average, right? So that was a one of our kind of line, kind of caution areas to be like, we don't necessarily want to go short, even though we think it could be an ABC reversal, but that might be it, right? This kind of sort of could be just this running flat type thing, and this could have been the way too, and we might be working our way back up. So tomorrow is going to be very, very important for us to see if we break out above these highs and if we clear those prior weekly highs here to see if this thing wants to really start to impulse its way up. So definitely a key levels that we're dealing with here going into tomorrow. So wait and see on this inside day. So let's see how that goes through the futures tonight and where we go from there. Let's take a look at the price action here today. So it's actually pretty cool, right? So we had a really, really nasty down move yesterday, right? So we had the rug pull from yesterday's kind of bullish move right there, big nasty move down, right? But the futures worked up really, really nicely overnight, and they continue to work their way up. So without the because we didn't fade the gap really quickly, right? We pushed up nicely right here. Sideways action. It was really, really choppy for a while. This is a key level intraday yesterday, right? We talked about looking at the turning point areas from yesterday. This is a big congestion zone from yesterday, and we paused there, and we finally broke out above there. We paused a little bit more and then pushed our way up. Couldn't quite get to the scene of the breakdown, but we got close. We actually got a nice little a potential short opportunity on this one, but we were very, very bullish going through the day, so that actually ended up being a viable dip to kind of push its way up. Now, they did push it down into the close, but we'll see where it goes from there into tonight. We'll take a look at the futures here in a little bit. These are the levels that we provide to our members before each market opens. So you can see we have a couple key levels right here. Again, that big push this morning was important, right? We came back down, we retraced, and we had a little bit of trouble getting through this level right here. So this is a big volume level that we deal with, right? So this is where most of the volume was traded yesterday. So you can see, right, traders were just a little bit comfortable. We talked about it all day in the group today. We're like, all right, let's see how it handles these levels, right? So it did give an initial move down here. It gave another move down here, and that was about it on it. And once we kind of got above there, right, and then we pushed above it, right, then that kind of projected a move up to at least get to the next volumetric area up there. We've been talking about that in the group a lot more. So it did give a little bit of a reversal opportunity off of that, and it gave one more here, and then of course they did it again here. So it was really, really tricky volume levels, and again, there wasn't a lot of volume on the S&P future contracts today, but it ended up being kind of an interesting grindy updated. So it was like, up, chop, up, grind, grind. So it was a pretty challenging day today. Let's look at the futures here and see what we were dealing with here in terms of our support and resistance zones. So the big thing with futures here is that we're following up this channel all night. So we talked about that, right? Is it going to be it was basically a grind up, right? Stairs up, elevator down, right? So in this case, it was elevator down, stairs up, right? We just kept on, getting into this channel right here and working our way up. This is a key level right here that gave us a short opportunity off the signal zone here for a little bit. It was actually a pretty good move. It was like a 34% move on the SPY puts. And then we worked our way back up. And the next level that we were really kind of focusing on was the top of the signal zone, but it did reject the top of the channel again before kind of pushing down here. So as we continue into tonight, right, let's see how strong the futures are going into tomorrow. Really it's got to, let's just get this up here a little bit cleaner, and let's kind of, yeah, so that's fine. So let's see if it can continue to hold this channel up into tonight, and then really we want to see how it handles this 3420 level, right? The 3430 level is the next big level above. There's a signal zone up there. That is that big weekly level that we're talking about, that area right there. So that's going to be a very big area of concern. And if we do push our way up here, right, that could correspond tonight, right, or however we get there, right, that could correspond with some interesting price action. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. So good stuff. All right, so today we're going to be continuing our conversation on day trading key levels, and today we're going to be talking about chart patterns. Now, members took advantage of this. This was something that we wrote a newsletter on not too long ago, maybe a month or so ago, and it really is an important thing, right? So when we're day trading, right, a lot of times we look for chart patterns. We've talked about that here before, but a lot of times those chart patterns, when they break out, they give key levels for us to trade later in the day. So we have that going on there. So let's take a look at this. So if we go to the S&P futures, right, we've got a couple levels here. If we go back a little bit, right, we had a couple very, very interesting levels that happened, right? So we had this this bull flag right here and a triangle, right? So this level, this bull flag breakout, ended up becoming an important level, both with the triangle and the bull flag, right? So you can see how well that level held a couple times through the day. Let me just put a line on this here for you. So you can see here, we stretch out right here. So you can see how important that breakout level was later, because once we tested it, right, we bounced off of it, right? And so, and it became a very, very important level of consideration several times throughout the day, right? So we look for these chart patterns. We look to trade them intraday, but we also use those as key levels to look at later, right? So let's take a look at another example here. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple recently, let's get this pulled up here. So Apple actually recently gave a inverse head and shoulder pattern right here the other day, right? So we had a breakout move here before the rug pull yesterday, right? So we had the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, right? And so you can see this level right here became an important level of consideration going back into today as well. Let me kind of straighten it out a little bit here so you can kind of see how important that breakout level was here today too, right? So even though we didn't get to the scene of the breakdown, you can see that breakout of this chart pattern became an important level of consideration today for Apple, right? So Apple ended up, testing it a couple times, reversing off of it, right, before kind of finishing the day. Now, granted, it was choppy. We didn't get a huge move off of it, but we'll see how that goes into tomorrow. Now, it also had a cup and handle pattern here today, right? So we had this going on here today, right? So you can kind of see that, right? So that cup and handle pattern actually became a nice area of support. So we had the prior inverse head and shoulders right here as resistance, and the cup and handle pattern here as support, 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 and you can see we kind of bounced off of that here going into tonight. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. So look for chart patterns, right? We look for them anyway intraday to look for breakout patterns, but keep in mind those levels can come into play again later for potential areas of support and resistance. So good stuff. Well, hopefully you guys found that helpful. At this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can have another awesome trading day tomorrow after getting a good rest. So good stuff. So awesome. So Alex, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So keep an eye on the banks, right? So we've been looking at the banks for a while. So Wells Fargo, the bad boy of the banks, right? So big inside day today, right? Ended up pushing up a little bit here. So inside day. A little bit of cloud resistance right here, so see how that holds. Also keep an eye on C. So some big news on Citigroup. That is a big fine got slapped on them again for struggling with their to keep their risk management in control from the Fed, right? So keep an eye on these geometric levels, and there's another inside day on this one too. So good find on those. AG, let's take a look. So AG, First Majestic Silver. Okay, so pretty wild stuff here, right? So inside day on this one after a pretty rough day. So let's see how that holds. Again, it's about a less than a 50% retracement right there. So kind of see how that holds off of that inside day level today. I mean, it does look a little bit like a bear flag off of this last down move, and we are below the 200-day moving average. The ADMA just crossed over the 200-day, so definitely keep an eye on those levels. See if that gives a move one way or the other. SPCE, what a great trade the other day on this one. Nice breakout move. Obviously, it pulled back, but I do like how it gapped up today and kind of held with an inside day within the upper end of that range. So definitely keep an eye there. There's a nice open gap right here, I believe, and so let's see if it still wants to try to target that one. So it could be pretty interesting there. Let's take a look at Walmart. Okay, so today there was some, I think there was some China news going on today. Yeah, because we caught a quick short off of Baba on that news on the retracement of it, and yeah, so it was so Walmart, any of the stuff that kind of deals with data overseas could affect TikTok news. Could eventually kind of trickle down to a couple of these names too. But anyway, interesting stuff right here. Inside day definitely looking like a big geometric pattern right here. Possible. If it holds this support level, let's see if we can kind of break out of here with some volume and kind of get going again. So it could be interesting there. It is. It's up a few cents after hours, so we'll see how that holds going forward there. So really nice find on that one, Alex. Good stuff. Shirley sent a few in via email, and so once again, guys, thanks for keeping Shirley in your thoughts and prayers. She gives better all the time. So GSX, wow, this is great, guys. This is one that we've been tracking here on this geometric line here. Nice breakout there. The only thing I don't like about it is the decreased volume. So just definitely keep an eye on this pattern right here. See if we can, that candle right there. See if we can break out above it. UNH. So UNH, okay, so up about 8 points. Yeah, strong move on UNH today. Again, it cleared this geometric level right here. Good volume coming up on earnings. Definitely one to keep an eye on there to see if it can work its way out. I'm going to add that to the game plan for tomorrow. Give me 1 second here. See, where is all my stuff? Whew, so much stuff. Okay, there, and there. Okay, good. Let me put this on the radar for tomorrow. Yeah, UNH, I like this one. I like this breakout right here for the potential of an earnings run on it, which could be pretty interesting, right? As earnings is starting to approach it here. So let's get UNH on the bullish radar, and there, and let's see, there. Yep. Here. And okay, good, cool, good stuff. Good find on that one. Wow, tomorrow's Thursday already, if you guys can believe it. So cool stuff there. Yeah, but nice break, nice find on that one. Shirley, good stuff there. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's take a look at Etsy. Okay, so this has been a big name recently. Let's take a look. Woo! Up 8 points today. What a move on Etsy. Good squeeze on that one, right? So it got out of, again, this is a great breakout move here out of the geometric line and continues to work its way back up here. I love how it closed over that previous level there with increasing volume. So definitely keep an eye on Etsy too going into tomorrow as well to see if it can follow through. That would be great. And what else? Beyond. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Beyond's definitely been on our radar. We've had it on the bullish radar, on the bullish game plan for a while, and again continues to break out over this highs. Again, it just consolidated here, and once we got this breakout candle right here with increased volume, right, we've just been seeing nice follow through on that one. So great find there. I'm gonna give it. If we go back to Beyond, let's just take a look here and see how extended it is getting. Hold on. So Beyond. Here, yeah, I mean that was a really deep retracement off of that one. So if we just look here to here, let's just look at an extension on this one just to see. So if we look at an extension from here to here to here, yeah, the 3618 here is right about 200. So see how if it continues to work its way up, see how it handles that 200 level as possible resistance. Let's take a look at UPS. UPS, nice breakout. Nice breakout today, so good move here, right? So it was crazy upper shadow yesterday. Once took out that level there, it ended up turning into a strong close today with some decent volume. So good find, great way to find some really nice bullish stocks on those. Rochelle, what's going on? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's take a look at FSLY. So this is a strong one today. So as you know, Manhattan Led in our group did pretty phenomenal on this one. That's a huge candle on that one. That makes for a nice day on FSLY. Huge volume on that one today. Just really poured into it again. Big move at the open, right? Sideways action. right? And then a nice push into the end of the day. So just a big move on that one. Look at that choppy price action, big move inside 15 and then another push to the upside, but a huge move at the open today. Big volume came in here, right? So nice move there. And then sideways action, we like that, the low volume sideways action. And then we wait for the breakout right here, and then it works its way back up, right? So that's a incredible candle on that one. So again, keep an eye on it, see if it gives us a pause day or not, and then see if it maybe tries to work its way up from there. But wow, what a day today on that one. So good stuff. Yep, there's me grabbing my tea, so we got that already. So good. So Mike, what's going on? Good evening. Good to see you. What a grind up today, huh? So coming back, basically back to yesterday's levels. Let's take a look at AXP. Yeah, up a little bit today, up about $1 or so, but inside day. And holding the 200-day, right? So let's keep an eye on those levels on today's highs and lows and see which way it goes. Nobody knows, right? So SMH, right? Nice gap up on the semis today, right? We saw some relative strength in some of those names, and ended up closing in the yesterday's upper shadow. So let's see if that can continue to push. And then Facebook, guys, if you guys recall, this has been on my bearish radar for the last couple of days, right after the evening star reversal. I love how it had good news and rejected the inside day and pulled back under the 80 MA yesterday, and it projected a nice move down to the bottom of the cloud. So it hit our target here today, and it reversed off of it. So it ended up being like a decent overnight type move, and it also gave us some day trade opportunities today too, to the short side. So now that it's held those levels, let's see if we can get back above the 80 MA and try to push its way up. So good stuff there. Awesome. Rosalind, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. CRM had some strength today, finally. So good volume right here. We talked about this. If we can finally get over these geometric levels, right, we can see some strength, right? And it was, just a good day for software today, right? A good day for CRM. So nice close here today. Let's see if we can get some follow through on that one. Great find there. And BABA. So again, a lot of times when BABA gaps up for like no reason like this, a lot of times we do get a nice fade on it. So again, like we said, I kind of had trouble getting over these levels right here, but the big move today was a big short off of the news right here. So we ended up catching a short on the retrace back to the 15 orb low, and we got a decent move off of that down here. Didn't get any follow through off of it, but ended up chopping, kind of grinding its way up for the rest of the day and kind of chopping. Bob is a tough name to trade, but it is kind of hanging in there. Watch out for the hanging man pattern on that one. So potential reversal on that one. Too Sharp, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Matt, what's going on? Good to see you. Quick question: where do you find your supply and demand zones for the S&P futures? That is, we basically just go through, each day, and we look for, areas of consolidation before a breakout, right? So I mean, basically this area right here, right, big consolidation, breakout, right? So that was clearly a rally type area, right? And then we would stretch that forward to use that, right? So so kind of some important stuff there. But yeah, that's what we look at for those. So basically just using rally-based rally, drop-based drop, rally-based drop, rally-based drop, and then drop-based rally. So we look for those, and they really do give us key levels. So good stuff. Reed, hey, what's going on? It's nice being early, right? Instead of 10 o'clock. So this is good. Too shy. Let's take a look here. So we got Apple. Let's take a look. So Apple, again, still holding its trend line. We do have an inside day there. It's kind of sandwiched there between the 50-day and the 8-day. So let's see if we can kind of get some strength on Apple and get it going again, right? I love an inside day on Apple, so let's see if that can give us a move. Facebook, of course, with the lower shadow off the cloud, so let's see if that gets some follow through the upside. And AVGO, let's keep an eye on that one too. So AVGO with an inside day here, really kind of, in this kind of triangle-ish geometric area right here. So just kind of keep an eye on that, see which way it breaks off of this inside day. It did close in the upper shadow of yesterday's range for Broadcom. Good stuff there. The Nest, what's going on? Neo had some big call sweeps on this one today, but really couldn't move. So this one's had a inside, outside, inside, outside, inside day. I mean, can it make up its mind? And so we're basically in this bull flag right here. So I definitely want to keep Neo on the radar too, to see if it can break out to the upside on that one. So so that could be interesting as well. So good finds on those. What else? Hold on one second there. Let me put that on there. Okay, good. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. What else? Go. Let's take a look. Wake me up before you go. So go with a big upper shadow today. Nasty, right? With the rest, a lot of the other stocks closing green right there. Watch that one. It is holding its 80 MA, but that gives a lot of stuff to deal with going into tomorrow, right? LVGO with an upper shadow too, right? Having trouble breaking out of that turning point pivot there. Walmart again, inside day, right? So again, getting compressed there in that triangle range. So let's see how it's getting tight there at the 80 MA. Let's see if we can break out there and try to make a move. AVAV. AVAB with an inside day 2 in the upper end of this range right here. So that was nasty shooting, almost a gravestone doji yesterday. And again, just kind of see how it holds right there. But it is, kind of trying to work its way back up. It may come back, retest the 200 day. Let's see how it holds. If not, a breakdown below there. We've got some closing gaps below and see how it deals with those. BLK. BLK. BlackRock, again, this has had a couple strong days right here. I like how it closed above yesterday's upper shadow. It doesn't have a lot of volume on it, but it does look like it's kind of working on a little bit of an earnings run here, as earnings are approaching pretty soon here on the financials. And then iSurge, Intuitive Surgical. So decent candle on that one today. Low volume, just a little bit of caution there. But it does look like it's working on a inverse head and shoulders type pattern right here, right? So just kind of keep an eye on these geometric lines, see if it breaks out here with some volume. We really want to see some volume on that. So I like how it's riding up the cloud though. So cool stuff there. Good stuff. Diablo Trade's going on. Share live with the chat. Nice. I really appreciate it. Let's see what else. Krishna Overstock. Let's take a look. OSTK. So Overstock, decent candle there today. Again, decent move, right? We had the double inside day yesterday. It closed kind of down at the bottom of the side, and then it said, nope, I want to get above those levels. So see how it holds the 50-day going forward there. Michael, what's going on? Green energy, I love it. So nice job on plug. Yeah, so that was on our bullish radar going into yesterday. I think Shirley came up with this one. This is just a nice hammer yesterday and a great breakout on that one. It's really kind of coming up to that 2.618 right here. So let's see how it holds. But it really went to our target area today. So really impressive stuff on that one. Great job on that, guys. BE again, a little follow through there too off of yesterday's high as well. But yeah, plug was awesome. I know it's been a long week this week. Lots of choppy. I mean, yesterday had some good action on the stocks, but it's been crazy. And then yesterday with the crazy futures down move and the stock drops, it's all over the place. So yeah, been a wild week this week. Sun W, another name. And these names have been wild. Good gap up on that one, but they decided to reverse off of that one. Peck. Okay, the Pet Company, again, big move on that one, big reversal there too. So, and then Nikola, up 2 points today for whatever reason after a triple inside day. Again, guys, let's see how it holds that 200-day moving average. And then, I mean, this company is just ridden with issues. So we'll see how that goes. Let's look at Sono. Alma, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, yeah, Sono looking a little bit weak right there, so falling off of yesterday's shooting star. So this is kind of interesting. Definitely keep an eye on this one. Let's actually put this on the bearish radar. It may not push down tomorrow, but this is kind of, I think, news. I think with Apple or something like that. I think maybe some competition with them or something like that. So so something to keep an eye on there. And then Schrodinger. So basically, just kind of wow, what a slide down on that. Look at that, just a perfect channel to the downside right there. It's trying to break out upper shadow right there. It's holding the ADMA. So see if it's kind of gearing up for another move up to get to the cloud at the 50-day on that one. Tracy, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. DKNG. Yeah, so I like DKNG. This is one of the ones that I was hoping for a swing trade tonight, but it ended up closing below the 618 retracement, right? I was hoping it was looking really strong this morning. A huge volume today, right? So again, very, very sensitive to any sports news out there, COVID sports news, stuff like that. I was kind of hoping it would close a little bit more bullish and then give us a potential gap fill up here. So let's see what it does tomorrow. I mean, we could be setting up a Morningstar reversal right here. So look for him to try to set that up tomorrow. So that could be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But I would have liked to see it close above the 618 retrace right there. SE still working its way up the channel, right? So fresh all-time highs there. A bit of a doji. So see if it turns into a doji sandwich from yesterday's green day. Relative strength from yesterday. So good stuff there. And then DBX. Dropbox. So let's see here again. A little bit tricky right here. I mean, it kind of looks a little bear flaggish, right? So below the 200 days, still overall, kind of blah, right? But again, if it gets over the 200 days, it's got work to do after that. But this thing would probably need like some good news or updated strong guidance or something like that, and we'll see how it goes from there. So good stuff. Yeah, Diablo, my pleasure. James, what's going on? Just subscribe. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so definitely check that out. Check the welcome email. There's a lot of welcome videos in there to kind of give an update on price action and some of the tools that we use, and we're continuing to move forward all the time, right? Each newsletter offers a new technical topic, and I think you're really going to like it. And today we're really kind of getting into a lot of new stuff too, so I think you're going to like it. So good. So Michael, Roku. Yeah, so Roku is pretty interesting, amazing. Continues to work its way back up here. Again, here it does look like it might be working on a crab formation, right? So you kind of do this move, this move, this move, and then up, right? So kind of this area, right? So if you do this, right? And the reason I've already done this, so I already know what level. I'm not doing it like ahead of time, right? So you go here to here to here, right? And actually, hold on, here to here to here, right? So we're kind of looking at this 220-ish level here for potential reversal on Roku. So let's see how that goes. But it still just continues to grind its way up here. It's a tricky one for sure, with the option spreads being just so funky for day trading. But good stuff. So James, you've been waiting to short Roku, but it hasn't given a good risk reward setup. Yeah. So let's see how it handles that 220 level if we can get up there. So that's a 3618, right, off of the. Off these levels, right? That could be, this kind of 220 area. So let's see how it holds up there for a crab harmonic reversal on that one. So it could be interesting. Michael, yeah. So volume has been weak for sure. So James, yeah. So FedEx and UPS on your go-to place today and yesterday. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're swinging them, they can be good intraday. They can be a little bit tough on the spreads. These are typically ones that we avoid day trading. But FedEx, great move off of that one. Great find on that one too. And of course the UPS, so the great move on that one as well. So great stuff. Not followed by previous volume jumps in. Yeah, when it jumps for sure, exactly. For some reason, you got ASMC. ASMC probably AMSC maybe. This one here, yeah, American Semiconductor, nice, yeah. So a good push on that one too. So great find on that. Good. Yeah, great continuation off the original. Great find on that one. Yeah, nice geometric breakout here too. Once it gapped over that geometric line right there. Great find. Good. So Diablo, yeah. So Run. Let's take a look. Yeah. So Run has been pretty good right there. Again, yeah, these solar names have been super duper strong, right? So continue to work its way back up. Kind of a nasty upper shadow right here, so just kind of a little bit of caution right here about these cat ears. So see how those hold, right? It might want to, still want to retest the 8-day on that one. The best question is, when does solar stop? That is a good question, and the answer is maybe not for a while, right? Because there's such a need these days for alternative energy, especially. It's pretty interesting, right? So maybe the elections will have something to do with it. We'll see how that goes. Jack, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Michael, CRSR cup and handle on today. Let's take a look. Intraday, yes, we got an inside day today. Cup and yeah, look at that cup handle. So let's see how that goes going into tomorrow for sure. If it breaks out over these highs, it gives you a nice inside day up. A lot of times these candles, the larger candles, when you look into the internals of it, right, you can see some bigger price patterns, right? So good stuff there. And then James, so you got Sedge. Yeah, huge move on the solar names today. JKS. Just crazy. Yeah, absolutely insane. Incredible move off of that doji day yesterday. Just big move, big volume on these. They're just nuts. Great finds on those ones. Ben, what's going on? Tesla. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Tesla, interesting today, right? So just kind of hanging out here at the 8-day moving average. It did give a nice breakout intraday today. So members, we got some folks in the group who just love trading Tesla. So once that volume starts coming in on Tesla and it starts breaking out of some levels, this thing could really move, right? So so great move on Tesla today. So it got an upgrade after hours too. So it got a pop after hours, but it kind of drifted down off of that one. So let's see where it ends up tomorrow if they try to gap it up and squeeze out some things. So good stuff. Nice. Yeah, James. Yeah, my pleasure, man. So Michael, PLG long-term flag. Let's take a look. Yeah, that is a pretty big flag right there. We got to be careful with flags, right? Because once the flag length gets bigger than the actual flagpole itself, right, it almost just kind of invalidates it, right? So, but yeah, it has definitely been consolidating here for a while. So big. Another way to look at it too is just this big, crazy triangle right here, right? So you kind of got this going on, right? So really, really wild move. Let's see if it breaks out one way or the other, but yeah, it's all over the place. So good stuff. And then SW, let's take a look. Yeah, inside day off this. We did have the double inside day for a nice drop yesterday, so that was good on wafer. Now we're back up again with an inside day. It ended up being up 12 points of the gap. So see if it breaks out of those levels and tries to retest those double inside day levels on that one. So we'll see where it goes from there. Pretty wild stuff. Great find on James on those solar names. Incredible moves. And great stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in this evening. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Anna618. Yes. Yeah, so let's see. It looks like it could be like either way, right? So let's go here. Yeah, you're kind of like right at the 618 retrace right there. And yeah, very, very interesting level. So let's see how that goes. So good. Good stuff, guys. Once again, I always appreciate you guys tuning in and checking us out, and hopefully you guys found this helpful. Be sure, if you're new here, definitely click subscribe on YouTube, because we do this every market night. We also put videos out intraday too. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow on the Good Morning Market Prep video, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. Whether you're new here or not, please hit the like button. It goes a long way, and even if you're watching the recording here, please check out please hit the like button as well. So I really appreciate that. So, all right, guys, have a great evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game.